Hello, I'm James Ilic, currently working in sports medicine, based in Adelaide full-time and working at a clinic called Wakefield Sports Clinic.
Well, James gave 20 years service to the Matildas. He barely ever missed a tour, he barely ever missed a game. He was there through thick and thin, through the good times, through the difficult times. But the great thing he did was the care that he gave to players. You know, you could phone James at 11 o'clock at night and he would have an MRI organised for 7 o'clock the following morning.
Yeah, he'd always be on the lookout and be protecting us. And although he would always be first in line everywhere. Once we got to the plane, we knew Doc would already be on there. But yeah, just things like that, just, you know, we'd laugh about it, but that's what made Doc Doc. And yeah, he was very protective of the team though.
He was one of those long-term support staff, very much an unsung hero behind the scenes, but making sure that players could get their medical treatment as promptly as possible, operations and so on. He was just the one coordinating all of that. So yeah, definitely an unsung hero. Never likes having his photo taken. So if you have a look at any team photos, Doc is there, but never smiling. So whenever we caught him smiling, we were going, we got you, Doc. So it was a rarity.
Just say the name and the memories come up. I've just got visions of his suitcase being slammed in a bus with it closing and he's barging through everyone. I probably put on more sunscreen, but Doc would always have long sleeve, beanie, tracky pants. He'd always be covered up. Glasses, no matter what temperature, even if it was hot and humid in China or wherever, he'd be fully covered. This is a lot of memories and they bring up laughter. Like he had just so many quirks, like he was so meticulous about so many things that we just got to know him and understand that he needed things done a certain way. And like his medical bag would also always have to be within a metre of his reach, like no one could touch his stuff ever.
There was an interesting incident when I think we were travelling from Los Angeles to Dallas, and the defibrillator that I always carried didn't meet the approval of the security staff, so I was delayed. They had to call in a quote bomb end of quote expert to check it, so I missed my flight, connecting flight to Dallas. It did change my travel a bit. From then on I left early and spent more time at the airport.
He helped me through a lot of difficult times with injuries and talking about his meticulous nature. When I had my ACL surgery, he had to be in the room. He had to be, you know, probably measuring the graft himself, like checking everything to the 10th degree. He was that type of personality, but it made him really good at his job. You wouldn't pick it, but his favourite artist was Eminem. And I think I remember him going to an Eminem concert and yeah, he just wouldn't stop talking about it. He loved it. So anytime you wanted to cheer Doc up, you'd put Eminem on. And I remember, you know, whenever we were in Adelaide, he'd drive in his souped up Commodore with Eminem playing, and it was pretty funny. Not what you would expect from him, but yeah, Eminem was his favourite.
I've never thought of myself as an unsung hero of the Matildas. You have a role to do. My role was as team doctor. But now that part of my life has come to an end, it's a nice label, nice feeling.
So I'd like to thank Doc for the laughs. He's such a funny character. But the care, like just having trust in someone and knowing, you know, when you really screw your body up as a professional athlete, that you can go to him, he'll be able to sort you out.
So his real duty of care to the players and his uniqueness within the squad makes him very much an unsung hero.